Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Circuit Gilles Villeneuve here for the 23rd round of the Bubbles Cup Championship. The NAPA Auto Parts 200 presented by Dodge. Here's how the points look heading into this weekend, with the battle for the championship tightening up. At the beginning of the season, Anthony missed 3 races, Bubble missed 2, one of which was due to a race ban after the incidents at Phoenix. Since the Texas race, however, Anthony has outscored Bubble by 134 points and has completely made up the gap. Bubble's championship lead is now just 20 points as we enter this final weekend of racing to crown a champion. The top 4 still have a mathematical chance at the championship. However, it would take both Bubble and Anthony missing a race or being disqualified to give any of the other 2 a real shot. So the battle for the Bubbles Cup is between these 2 drivers. I am your host tonight, Agent JF. And as always, it is an absolute pleasure to be joined tonight by Nas. How are you tonight, sir?
Good. You know what? We came over here in Canada, and it's been an absolute show. These Canadians have packed the stadium. They're totally here. You might not see them, but it's just an illusion. They just came here. Every single seat has been sold out just to see these 10 drivers, 10, 12 drivers, I believe, just absolutely rip around here. And it's a wonderful track. It's very pretty.
Yeah, so I mean, here we are, Montreal, gorgeous place to be as we're starting pacing here. Setups that were, I believe, tested many months ago, but they were put to the side for a long time. They're now making a return. I want to talk about the driver who starts on pole, Bubble. He's pretty comfortable on these road courses. I mean, how do you think he's going to do in this race?
I think he's going to dominate the first half, but I feel like the field is going to be learning this track and is going to catch up. So it might seem a little bit dull in that first half, but it's going to really spice up in the second.
Absolutely. I would like to mention, it is an absolute pleasure to be able to get back in the booth and commentate once again. As many of you know, I was sick last weekend and unable to truly commentate over those races. However, I'm back to 100%, ready to deliver all the action as we look forward to handing out a trophy Sunday night. So then, I think that's about all for us here right now. We're going to step aside for a word from our sponsor, Builder Brain, and come back to see the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, back at Montreal. Bubble will start a race on pole position. Gonna quickly go through the field here as we go down the back straightaway. Behind him will be Carter in the 36 car, trailed closely by Kimmy. Still third in points in the championship, but a ways back off the top 2. Then it's DJ in the 28 machine. And then finally you get to Bubble's championship challenger, Anthony in the 09 car. Probably the fan favorite to win the championship. But he's got some ground to make up for this race today. Behind him, hometown hero, Dim, looking to make a statement here at his home race. The 18 car behind the 18 will be discharged in the 29. Then we'll have Nico once again returning, your Texas winner. As we mentioned previously, Texas was a turning point in this season. Good race for him then. Behind him, I believe we've only got 2 more drivers. Yes, that is Prime. And then Corey Wilson, a very, very rough qualifying lap for the 24 machine. He will be starting at the rear, but as we all know, he has supreme pace on ovals and road courses. I mean, we saw Daytona 2.4 sold it on the final lap, but he was really fast then too. So we expect to see this 24 car carve through the field. Nas, I want to know what you think about your favorites for this race.
You know, my favorite's going to be Kimmy, but as you can see right now, these drivers are stopped on the front stretch. This is the only race we are going to have a standing start. This is F1 style. It's just going to be a dash to that first corner, and it's a very short one. It could get chaotic, or they might just stay clean and green. Absolutely. Just waiting on the start lights.
All the drivers lined up in position here for the start of this race. There is tension in the air. We're starting the final championship weekend for Bubbles Cup. 3 more races to go, 3 days of racing. 3 lights are on, 4th, there's the 5th. Hold your breath. And the lights are all out. We are green flag racing here in Montreal. Bubble has a great getaway. He's going to take the lead immediately ahead of Carter. And then behind him, it is side by side through the first couple quarters, bumping and banging through that tight right-hander. DJ on the inside. There goes Dim to the inside. Huge move for the 18 car.
Yeah, hometown hero just set it 3 wide out of turn 2, now into the left, the right left of turns 4 and 5, now into the very tight turn 5. Bubble screaming into turn 6 and 7.
Bubble looks very fast, very comfortable. Carter made it through clean. Now he's applying pressure. We're 3 wide behind. That's for 3rd. Kimmy around the outside of 3 wide. He's now side by side with DJ. That are fighting for 3rd place. Great battle here down the back straightaway.
Yeah, coming up to this corner, you can't go side by side because we have 2 massive sausage curbs. DJs. Ooh, they might have underside 3 wide.
Oh, there's going to be a crash. Dim is up on the fence, wall riding, but he saves it. And look who's got through. Corey Wilson is up in a 3rd after a magnificent start for the 24 machine.
Last to 3rd. Is he going to try the last to 1st? That would be absolutely amazing. But Dim, look at the fence and what a DNF. That, what an opening. But Bubble, they're coming into the World Champions. Probably the most toughest corner. It's really fast, but if you get it wrong, you'll just slam into the wall. Bubble taking it easy over the curves. Carter actually, he's just absolutely rocking it over. So is Carter. Oh, they're just all clubbing. I believe that's Prime that got into the wall. He's gonna fall into last place. But Corey Wilson, oh my god. Corey Wilson just with a monumental first lap. First out of 30 here at Montreal. Kimmy falling back in that Canadian tire, that special livery.
Yeah, he's now behind DJ. That is for 5th place, I believe. DJ in 5th, Kimmy in 6th. Another driver who was rough on the start. That's your 2nd place points position driver, Anthony Anderson. He's right at the back behind Prime in last currently. He has got to figure something out here and fast, or else this championship is going to slip away.
Yeah, I believe Dim just rocket around Corey Wilson around the outside, now heading up into the hairpin. But Bubble, they are just pulling away with Carter. I would say at least a 5 to 7 second lead over Dim and the rest of the pack.
Look at Carter here. Carter with a good run down this back straightaway. We might see a move here into the final chicane. Very close race between the top 2 here on lap number 2 out of 30.
Yeah, here they come into the last chicane. Bubble just a little bit more through that as Carter didn't want to get into the back of him. Starting lap 3, roaring into turn number 1. Bubble still your leader.
Bubble and Carter, class of the field right now. Those two have pulled a 6-second gap over Dim, who is in 3rd. As now Corey gets back past the 18 machine. They are past 3rd place, back and forth a couple of times now. Dim off the track. That's going to give Corey Wilson a good gap here. And you see a lot of people still packed up further back, just ahead of Discharge there. That's Kimmy and DJ. Then further back, you've got Nico Prime and Anthony. They are all fighting for position at the back. Anthony really needs to get some of these spots back. I mean, every single point is going to matter big time for his championship hopes.
Yeah, after this race, we only have Atlanta and Homestead. So if Bubble wins this race and Anthony is last, that is going to hurt him a lot. As we do have, I believe it is, yeah, Bubble is ahead of Anthony only by 20 points. But it is going to be a big difference. Bubble able to pull away a little bit from Carter this lap. But Corey Wilson trying to pull in as he is in P3. Kimmy got ahead of Dim while we were talking about Anthony. He's now in P4. Dim sliding. Oh, and he gets rear end. Oh no. Dim, he's gonna have rear end damage. He took that curb. We are talking about it. He took the curb in the Wall of Champions in that last chicane a little bit too much. He's the first person to have rear end damage.
Oh.
He's looking.
DJ joins him and he's
my
slamming
God.
into the side of Discharge. Some drama
What
back
was that?
here further in the pack.
Oh, and
Now they're sending
I
each other
think-
into the grass goes Discharge. He's going to lose a ton of time.
yeah, I think DJ or Discharge. I think Discharge forced the DJ into the wall and gave him rear end damage, and that was DJ was slamming into him. But Prime looking on DJ as no DJ gets about Kimmy.
Slow. Kimmy is slow.
Kimmy had a horrible corner.
The driver of the 21 and the driver who currently sits third in points, not looking too hot out of that corner. He's back up to pace now, but that looked rough for a moment as DJ is all over the back of Dim, looking for 5th place. And I would like to mention Corey Wilson, a lot of pace last lap, caught up over a second to your top 2.
Oh, Discharge gets a wonderful run out of the hairpin, but he's going to help Kimmy down this very long back straightaway. As we look, Bo's going to start the 5th lap. But Corey Wilson, oh my God, he is catching so much. This is going to be an interesting battle, like Rocket's run we saw.
Yeah, I want to ride on board here with Corey Wilson for a little bit. Look how much speed he carries through the first
my
section. That was
God.
insane by the 24 car. He's slow on the exit, but wow, different line there. He's really full sending it here. That gap last time by was 3.2 seconds. He is catching up very quickly to the top 2.
Oh, he gets into the grass a little bit. But Carter did catch up a little bit to Bubble. He might have a run coming onto the front stretch if he can set it up correctly. Coming now into the hairpin. One of the slowest corners on our entire schedule, possibly.
Carter looks better than Bubble. He can really set up a move for that straightaway, and he can enter a little bit closer into the hairpin.
Yeah, Bubble might have that forward momentum over Carter. He's going to stay ahead, but Carter's going to wait another lap. Bubble beautifully through that last corner. As you see Corey Wilson just clobber over the curbs.
Yeah, I mean, Bubble's way
Now
more
we could-
committed there on the chicane, but Corey Wilson way more committed in this first sector, so a lot ebb and flow to the pace in this race so far.
Yeah, if you look from the front of Dim, you cannot see the front 3 at all. We could even see lap traffic in this race, but that is a stretch. But what's going to be interesting about this race is that last chicane curve. We've seen people just absolutely eat them and go flying, and we could see someone flip in because of those. You really don't want to take too much of them, but it really helps to just go over them, but it's really risky.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that last chicane is where Bubble's fast right now. You know, Bubble's making a lot of time right there, but he's fully committed over those curbs. You've got to have a lot of trust in your precision of where you're placing that car in order to not make a mistake and end up out of this race.
Yeah, it's really going to be easy to make a mistake, but it's going to be perfect when you do it like that. But Carter, he got a good run out of it. Corey Wilson in the wall back in P3. He was catching up, but now falling a little bit back. Carter putting on pressure for Bubble right on his back bumper. Couldn't do it. Carter with a better run. Carter's just going to sit back into turns 3 and 4. Now into 5. A little extra pavement added right there to widen the racetrack. Bubble just being perfect right now. But as we look at the back, Dim and Kimmy side by side. Very close. Oh my god, very close to the wall for Dim.
Oh,
And we have a
caution is
caution.
out.
Oh, it's Prime. And Anthony! No!
Prime has front end damage.
Anthony!
Anthony has front end damage. They're both going to have to use a reset, and that is not good for Anthony's championship hopes. Already on the back foot in this race.
Oh my god. And Bubble, your season 1 champion in the Iowa cars, could be going back to back with that huge mistake by Anthony. Oh my god. The field now coming onto the front stretch to start lap number 8, as Prime and Anthony both got front end damage, are taking their first reset of the race and their only reset. Anthony, like we said, the championship contender for this, not wanting to DNF from this race. But the biggest thing that he doesn't want to do, DNF, and Bubble wins the race. Only a 20-point gap for them.
Yeah, I mean, if that gap's already not exactly easy to get down. Against a driver like Bubble especially. But if that gap grows and there's 2 races left, I mean, you kind of end up in a spot of desperation on 2 tracks where Atlanta and Homestead, there's been a lot of practice there. These drivers kind of know what to expect. You'd have to hope for something crazy if you lose a lot of points to Bubble today.
And back on Anthony. Anthony really needed to get ahead of Bubble because Atlanta might be Bubble's best track, and giving a bigger gap to Bubble is not going to help your case. You're just begging that Bubble either wrecks out of here or Homestead, because we know he is going to be a true contender at Atlanta next. Actually, no, not next week, tomorrow. Because it is a triple header this weekend for the Bubbles Cup Championship weekend. We're here in Montreal, then we head to Atlanta, and then ending it at Homestead.
I want to add on to the points conversation. So far today, Bubble has led all 7 laps that we've completed, therefore securing 10 bonus points for leading the lap and leading the most laps. If he wins the race, that would end him with 195 points, the maximum you can get on a weekend. And I mean, this late in a championship run, that's exactly what you need to secure a trophy. And Bubble's doing everything right so far.
Yeah, he just needs to be picture perfect today. And once again, that most laps led. If he just leads every single lap till lap 16, he will secure that.
This Kimmy is way behind on the track. He's flying around to try to catch up here. I'm not sure if he's going to make it in time to go green this time or not. Kimmy going
Haven't
turn
heard
6
anything
now.
from race control.
Yeah, not sure what happened with Kimmy there. I noticed he was gone for a second, but he respawned his car, but is halfway across the track at this point, and the drivers are on the front straightaway.
So looking at the next two tracks, the new spoiler is actually making the racing closer. So, like we saw at Michigan, that was a absolute pack race. So packed up that we literally had to split the starts. That's how packed up it was and chaotic. We ultimately saw Kimi flying into the fence on the last lap, and Beast absolutely clobbering the fence in practice. So when we go to Atlanta, we don't know if it's going to be packed up or spread out, but I think it will be in the middle. But once again, as we review from Watkins Glen, a new spoiler has been added to these cars and they look amazing. And if you look right near the right rear tire, you can see a tow rod or whatever, a track bar, there it is, to these cars for the road courses. We saw that at Watkins Glen, but if you weren't there, you can see him first time today. But I believe we should be going green this time. Yeah, there is Kimi rounding to the back of the field. So just waiting on that green this time call from race control.
There is a call for pits open this time. We didn't really say anything about the strategy. Wasn't sure if they would need to make a pit stop or not. We're about to find out though. I know tire wear is a factor, so we might see some drivers come into the pits here, get some fresh tires on. They were able to make it to a few laps here. After adding the caution laps, we've completed 11 laps. Bubbles led all of them. And he only needs to lead a few more to secure most laps led already. He's looking very strong.
Yeah, only 4 laps to go, and if he leads all of them, he gets that bonus, so it will be 15 points added, I believe. And then
10.
if he does win that
10.
race, 10 and then 5 for leading a lap, I believe.
It's 5 for both.
Okay.
So 10 total.
Then winning the race, he'll give him 85 and that special 195 points over that weekend, or that race. So drivers who want to pit will come down and peel off to the left. Bubble currently the leader. We're going to see what he does, and he is going to go through the pits.
I think everybody's
And here comes everyone on. Yeah, we saw a very chaotic pit cycle at Watkins Glen. Well, we see one today, but it looks like everyone is clean in their pit boxes, just waiting on Bubble.
Small stutter there from Carter going into his pit box, but it was overall
And there goes
clean.
Bubble.
Bubble is out ahead of Corey, importantly ahead of Carter. Bubble will win the race off pit road. Carter is clear in second. Corey close for third with Dim, but Corey Wilson will prevail.
Yeah, Corey just barely beating out Dim, who didn't.
Oh, Bubble has gone straight on, and front end damage for Bubble. He's out of the race.
Oh.
Anthony wins the championship. Oh my goodness.
Anthony is your champion. Oh my god. What a sell. Yeah, Bubble's just sitting there. Drivers are begging for a DNF.
Bubble can't
But we should
believe
be
that
clean
he
this time.
started away just like this.
Well,
Guys,
I mean,
just
just
kidding. I think he's going to be fine.
absolute
Oh, he's
tragedy.
doing it again. Straight on into the wall. Front end damage again, and he's out.
He's out. What is going on?
I'm kidding here, but not really sure what's happening with Bubble. If that is a lag issue, I mean, he will be asked to park his car if that is a lag issue that's happening here. Because, I mean, it's common courtesy for the other drivers if they are... throughout the season, we've seen it from the likes of Prime and Ford and many other courteous drivers. If they're lagging, they pull it off. They're done. We've seen Brown do it. I think we might have seen Anthony do it before, too. I mean... If there's a lag problem and it persists, you know, the expectation is Bubble will peel his car off as Corey Wilson's weaving right.
Oh, I think I'll be damage.
I think he's gonna be okay. Green this time is the call. completed 12
So-
laps here, and Bubble is respawning his car again. He just put 24 TTB. I can't say I agree with that. Is he
I
really
think we
to
should
the
put
back?
the 48 to the back.
I think that is pretty atrocious, actually.
Wow.
I don't
Now,
I
should we
don't agree
remind
with
you
that one
guys
at
that
all.
race
That is a
control
bad
is
call.
bubble? Yeah, should we remind you guys that race control is bubble? So, race control is a little bit biased right
I
here.
have
right
never done this in my Bubbles Cup career, but I'm gonna have to send a message to all the drivers here. That was a terrible call. Number 24 should not be TT. That's the first time I've ever made a public announcement to the drivers, but that was pretty awful there from race control. And
Yeah, that was a horrible call.
yeah.
Well,
Bubble says it was on purpose from Corey Wilson. We're gonna have to see. I mean, Bubble drove himself into the wall 2 times to give himself front end damage. Normally, you know, damage under caution. That was pretty stupid. So I wouldn't want to count damage against him there. Damage under caution does count though. So, you know, we'll see. But we're gonna go double file. I think. No, what is happening?
no, I think it's single file.
Single file. Green
Yeah, it is
flag is
single
out.
file, but the rest of the field is not.
Has scuffed start for the rest of the field, as there is a pack that's about to envelop Dim into turn number 1 as Dim sends it. Oh, he almost collected Carter. Now he does collect Carter on the inside. Let's back out a little bit. Carter's going to keep the 2nd spot. And here comes Nico up into 4th. And I froze under seat. It's clipped.
Alright, texting, driving ban.
He is texting and driving. That is going to be a 3-race ban from the championship.
Good to see Nico Poop in P4 nearly in last, as Corey Wilson is already made up 3 spots already. Anthony moving up not that well. Still 3rd to last, or 2nd to last. Oh, Carter has a beautiful run. Gonna challenge Bubble for the first time. Maybe can get by him.
Looks better in the hairpin. Here he goes. Oh, just on his inside there, but he can't quite get the move done. Bubble with a good launch out of the hairpin. Down the back straightaway. Oh, Dim gets front end damage. Collision with discharge. Caution is back out.
I think that is going to secure Bubble with the most laps led. We might be going green right now.
Likely so. That was off of the caution lap, so probably not having a pit
Yeah,
lap
Bubble
here as long
is
as everybody's
going
ready.
to-
Yep, green is
Yep,
time.
there it is. Yeah, Bubble does secure the most laps led as it is now lap 17. So Bubble just absolutely dominant today. Here they come up with the last corner. Come on back, green.
Carter with a great start. He's going to
Carter
push
with
Bubble.
Oh, they're just tandeming right now. Carter might try and send it up the inside. Nico gets, oh my god.
He gets bunted. There's the 28 car on the left-hand side, as does Nico go through on the left-hand side. Carter is dropping here after getting sit in the first corner.
Yeah, dropping like a rock.
Oh, and he's back to the inside of Nico. A lot of contact
That's
there.
a good
Bubble
thing.
is pulling away.
Yeah, that's a good thing for Bubble, but here comes Corey Wilson and Carter. They need to get around Nico Poop and secretive. Well, that's DJ. Oh my god. Carter just used that
Oh,
bumper
Bubble with
up
a mistake. Here comes DJ. DJ's looking for the move on Bubble.
Yeah, DJ might have the first challenge for Bubble all race.
There he goes to the inside.
Oh my god, what a beautiful...
Oh,
he
he's
messes
off
up.
out of the wall.
Here comes Carter.
Carter has nowhere to go. He has to go to the left-hand side.
Carter moves up into 2nd. Here comes Nico Poop, looking for 3rd. Down the inside, side by side into the hairpin. Yeah, that Corey was... Oh my god. Do it. Oh, here comes DJ on the outside. Oh, DJ's gonna have a beautiful...
He's going to push Carter
Oh,
here.
and he's gonna
Carter's
help
gonna
Carter.
get ahead. Yes.
Corey Wilson just sent it up up the middle, they went into their hairpin, but it helped DJ. He got a beautiful one, helped Carter. Bubble still in the lead. Carter in 2nd. DJ in third.
Carter flying over the curbs into the wall.
Oh, what a save! And DJ got very loose on that last corner.
Oh, here comes DJ up the
my
inside
God.
of Carter. That was messy. They're going to get going again.
Here comes
3
Corey
wide off
Wilson.
of turn number 2 here. Corey Wilson on the inside. He's going to take away second spot.
Yeah, Corey Wilson just used that buffer onto DJ, who moved Carter out of the way, and Corey Wilson just got a 2 for 1. But now he has his eyes on Bubble. Redemption coming for Watkins Glen, I believe. Actually, no, he won that race. So looking to go 2 for 2, beating Bubble at road courses.
He's definitely shown superior pace from Bubble at multiple races this season. Think back to the second race of the season and Bubble's only win at Auto Club. I mean, Corey Wilson
Bubble
wrecked out of
just-
that race after having dominant pace early. Corey Wilson got wrecked out of Phoenix by Bubble. Bubble got a race ban for that move as Corey Wilson dominated that race. Darlington, Corey Wilson
with a
dominated and
beautiful
Bubble
one.
sent him. And then Corey was out. That was Napa's win over Beast. So many times Corey Wilson's been robbed by Bubble. And here we are on the championship weekend. And Corey Wilson sits in second, just lurking here. A chance to win in Canada. This great track in Montreal. He drives in deeper into the chicane. He looks faster. He looks more comfortable in the second spot. I think he's coming after that 48 car.
Oh, Dim just, oh my God. Dim, I think it was all 4 tires off of the ground. Here he comes. Corey Wilson. Maybe inside, yes he is. Side by side, Corey Wilson, new leader.
Great
Carter
move
looking
there
for a move.
from the 24. He's going to take the lead away. And pulls away
And he is
immediately.
just going to sail off. Oh, they're on the wall back there.
Oh, contact between Carter and Bubble. Bubble's wide and Carter's going to go through, and DJ is looking for space to take away third spot. He's going to the right-hand side. That's the inside here. He looks pretty good right there.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful bump and run from Carter, but DJ was able to capitalize it. Here comes Nico. Oh my! Bubble is just dropping like a rock. He dominated that first half. Carter, oh DJ! I mean that's Dim. Oh, that's gonna be a caution.
Oh, Dim with front end
Dim
damage.
is out of the
That's
race.
him out of the race, correct. He will be credited with a 10th place finish, I believe. That is
Yeah,
not
I
ideal at
barely
all.
saw that. Yeah, Dim was on that white curb and then just got loose and just slammed that tire barrier. But a lot happened that lap. Corey Wilson takes the lead. Bubble drops to 4th.
That's huge
But we
for
should be
Anthony.
green this time.
We are green this time.
And there it is.
So that is huge for Anthony. There's now just 2 cars between him and Bubble. Damage limitation at this point in the race is on Anthony's mind, and that's what he has in front of him right now. A good opportunity here. But out of the final chicane, we're about to see green flag racing once more. This time it'll be Corey Wilson leading them to the green.
Yeah, that bubblegum 24, that bright pink car is gonna take us to the green. Bubble with a good run. Here comes Nico Poop on Bubble, but Corey Wilson is going to lead us back to green. GJ's gonna look inside. Corey, oh my God!
Oh, everything is kicking off behind. Discharges through on Bubble on the outside. Carter is there on the inside of DJ. Bubble looking for space further back. Corey Wilson is pulling way away. Still side by side through the pack, and Discharge still right there. And look who's right behind Bubble. This is championship rival Anthony is right there in the battle.
Yeah, Anthony as close as this is the closest he's been to Bubble. Oh, and he just hits the back of Secretive. But Anthony, he's just gonna be hunting down Bubble. He just needs to gain 20 points on him. Just getting past him will help him into the final 2 races. But looking at the front, Carter on the rear end of Corey Wilson. They're gonna be side by side going into the hairpin. Here comes DJ. Carter's gonna back off.
Carter has been so good in the hairpin, though. He looks to the inside. He's going to get there, but a good run off for Corey Wilson. They're going to stay in the order they entered, as Discharge is still all over the back of Bubble, and Anthony has Kimmy all over the back of him.
Yeah, Carter really takes that shorter that shallower line into that hairpin, but it doesn't help him in the longest straight of the track. But oh my
Corey
God.
Wilson all over the grass there.
It was all over that curb, and so is Kimmy farther at the back. But Anthony, like we said, he just needs to get up to Bubble, but he's losing track of him.
That was messy.
Carter on the rear
Messy
bumper.
from the top three. Carter's going to go through in the lead after some contact.
Oh, Corey
Wilson
Wilson's
tries to block.
blocking.
Yeah, but DJ is on the inside there.
Side by side into turns 3 and 4. Corey Wilson with a wonderful run into turns 5.
Yeah, but that
Carter, your new leader.
that opens up the door for Bubble tremendously. The top three are not going to pull away when they fight like that. And Carter's enough
Carter
slow
gets
for that
into the
corner.
pass. Here comes Corey Wilson
To the outside.
on the
of exit.
outside. Into turns 9 and 10, I believe. Oh, Carter just absolutely clobbering the curb, and he's in the wall. Go Corey Wilson. Corey Wilson back to the lead. Bubble is in the wall in the back.
Oh, good run here from Discharge on the back of Bubble.
Oh, here comes Anthony. Anthony's gonna have a beautiful run on the inside of Discharge. Can he make it up? Can he make it up to Bubble? I don't think so, but he's gonna be right behind him. No car separating them. Anthony might. No, he can't. Anthony's very gonna get into the wall. Here comes Kimmy. He's gonna help Anthony. Big push. Oh, Discharge just slammed the door.
And Anthony bumps him.
Oh, where's he going? Oh, he's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, Discharge takes the escape road. Kimmy shows Anthony the outside wall right there. Discharge will resume his spot, but Kimmy's looking to the inside with a dive bomb.
Oh, Jason's off. I mean, Discharge is off track. Anthony goes through. I mean, Kimmy goes through. Anthony dropping side by side with Nico. And he's still losing spots. He was with. Oh, no. Discharge is going to be good, but contact with Kimmy. But as I was saying, Anthony, he was right with Bubble coming into the wall of champions. And now half a lap later, second to last in 8th place. And he is going to go back to 9th. Nope. Prime is just going to help him. Back to the lead. Top 4 stayed the same. Coming to 5 laps to go. A very surprisingly quick race here at Montreal.
Yeah, this is that battling behind has taken a ton of pressure off of Bubble. He's now got clean track in front and behind him. He can focus on his line. As
Oh, here
Carter's
comes
in
Carter.
the wall.
Here comes DJ. DJ's going for the lead. Oh my God.
Oh, Corey
no.
slammed the door shut and put him in the grass. Now DJ's not having
Oh
that.
my.
He's back to the inside. He's going to take the lead away out of turn number 2.
Corey Wilson just said no, but DJ just said try this. And Corey Wilson just goes from first to third. Carter trying to challenge with DJ.
Oh, Carter to the inside, and there's a bump.
Oh, and he just bumped him out of the way. Drivers are using their bumpers a lot more. It's getting a little bit more contact filled, but that's just more exciting. Carter in the lead, followed by Corey, and then DJ Bubble. Just still running his own race. Oh, and they're both on the curb. Carter got a little bit loose.
Carter, after leading the most laps at Michigan, trying to lead a lap here in Montreal. He's got Corey Wilson with a good run behind him. And a good gap back to DJ and Bubble now. It's really the top 2 here, and we are going to come around and see 4 laps to go this time by.
Corey Wilson not able to get up to him, but he's just going to stick in the draft.
Oh, Carter spinning over the wall. He gets rear damage, but he saves it. Great save from the 36 machine. He will drop a position, but well held there
He just
by
lost
Carter.
so much time. Like we said, you could lose so one mistake and you could lose it. He was so lucky to not go head first into that wall. That would have gave him front end damage, but rear end damage he can still go. But now on the back bumper of DJ trying to get past. Bubble now in the mix.
Yeah, the bumping has allowed Bubble to get back up here. It has also given Corey Wilson a very comfortable lead out front here. It's going to be hard for anybody to catch him if he stays mistake-free. So we've got a battle here for second, three-way battle for second. Behind him, these three cars, second, third, and fourth. The battle for fifth, there's kind of three cars about to get interested in that. That is Kimmy, Discharge, and Anthony, who would be very happy to come away with a P5 today. He looks pretty fast right there. And that spot he needs to capitalize to stay in this championship.
Oh, and here comes Bubble just absolutely running through Carter. Oh, he gets 3 on damage. Bubble and Carter now have 3 on damage after Bubble just absolutely ran through Carter. Bubble is going to just... Yeah, he's going to do a gentleman thing after standing it and just praying that he could make it into Carter, giving himself damage.
Corey Wilson in the wall, gets rear end damage on the wall of champions. He's going to lose a ton of time to DJ. Carter into the
Carter
wall.
Almost in the fence.
Everybody's in the wall except for Anthony, who's going to pass Discharge. Great move there for the 09.
Bubble on the back bumper of Carter. Moving
Caution
him
is
up.
out.
And we're going to have a caution. Who's it for?
We're looking around. It's for Nico with
Oh,
front
it's
end
Nico.
damage.
He might have spun into the wall of champions. But that is going to set us up for... Is it going to be overtime?
I believe so. Caution laps will be added and we'll have one overtime attempt. That is Bubbles Cup rules. So that's going to be what it comes down to here in Montreal.
I believe this is the third time that overtime has happened, and the last time overtime was used was at IRP. And let me remind you of what happened. Final lap, turn 1, Bubble hits a bump, and guess who got the win that day? Anthony. So Race Control has decided to give these drivers a chance to pit. So we will see the fastest of them. Then we will see them, the drivers with damage, that is Corey, Carter, then Bubble, be able to reset, rack them up, and go green for the last time here in Canada.
I'm very interested to see this strategy here. Wonder if people at the front might pit. Maybe someone at the back tries to stay out, get track position. Someone who hasn't seen the front all day. Anthony, he could stay out if he goes to the lead. If everyone pits in front of him, Anthony, I'd stay out, get 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Anthony's pull it off. Is everybody else pitting? That's exactly what's happening. Anthony's going to get points for laps led. That's a genius play by Anthony. He and Nico stay out. And now the rest of the cars are in for fresh tires in the pits. Clean in for Carter. So far, yes, he is clean. Clean for Bo, clean for Corey. Everybody is clean in. Let's see about the race-off.
The one thing Anthony is playing for them to just wreck each other and just him pull away or just have a caution.
Carter has beat
Bubble is
off
going to
the
be in
pit
P6.
lanes. Yep, that is huge in this race.
One caution.
Great call by Anthony, the 09 team. I mean, you haven't really had the pace today. If you come away with P8, oh well, you were running around there anyways. I know you came in P6, but you were probably punching above your weight just a little bit. Now you've got 5 bonus points. 5 bonus points for leading a lap. That is tremendous for Anthony. And if anything happens behind, there's another caution. That's it. Anthony could come away with reducing the gap to Bubble in the championship. I got to remind you guys, 20 points is the gap coming in. 3 races left to go. 2 after this one, Atlanta and Homestead. At the end of this weekend, we will be buying a trophy with someone's name on it. And it's likely either going to be Bubble, the Wonder Boy, or Anthony Anderson. And this is exciting. It's coming down to an exciting restart like we're about to see here.
So we get the official message from race control: overtime due to caution laps, only 1 attempt. Caution will end it, no matter what lap they are on. Anthony has to be perfect on this restart. Bubble just has to get that jump. But before the race, before qualifying, Bubble did say that if you wreck Anthony or him, you will get banned. So we could see drivers help or just stay away from this battle. But of course they do want to win, as it's the only international race we have as coming down into the final chicane. 2 laps to go. We are overtime for the 3rd time this season here in Bubbles Cup. Into the last chicane.
Pack is catching up now here. We're all packed up, ready to see the green flag for the final time. As the green flag is flying, restart underway. Great getaway for Anthony. So is Bubble. He's contact with Carter in the wall. He's going to go side by side with Kimmy. They're side by side back there. Anthony is away clean. Anthony is clean in the lead. Bubble trying to go to the inside. Here comes Corey Wilson. There's some contact up there.
Oh, Anthony just had a horrible start. There's Bubble right behind him.
Bubble on the back. Anthony fighting for the championship here.
Anthony's just got to eliminate damage control. Here comes Bubble. Anthony's just buffing out Nico. Here comes Bubble. Bubble is through and blocking it away. He's going to go through Nico Pupa. Corey Wilson had a wonderful restart. Here comes Anthony past Nico. One mistake by either of these drivers and it could be over.
Anthony is behind Bubble. He's pretty good through there. A lot of speed for the 09 car, but he has older tires. So he's really just got to hold on. Don't lose any more positions, and you will be pretty good escaping this weekend. Kimmy behind Anthony. Not as good of an exit of the hairpin.
They're blocking at the front. It's Corey Wilson and DJ. They're going to come see the white flag after this final chicane. DJ looking for a move. He is going to go to the inside. Corey Wilson's blocking it. He can't get there. Into the final chicane. Here comes DJ. Oh, here comes Carter. White flag is in the air. Corey Wilson in the lead. DJ trying to get back there. Bubble 2. DJ with a beautiful run. Corey Wilson's blocking the inside. Into turns 3 and 4. The right left.
Caution's out. Caution's out. Somebody's crashed. Who is it? That's going to be the race over.
Oh, it's discharge. It's discharge.
Discharge with front end damage. Caution is out. Corey Wilson has won at Montreal. He gets the win. And I mean, the championship battle couldn't be any closer. Oh my goodness. Bubble ahead of Anthony. He's going to outscore him. Let's see here. He'll be credited with 4th place. Anthony with 5th. I'm going to do some quick calculations here in my head on air right here. That's going to be a 10-point advantage to Bubble. He'll have a 30-point gap going into Atlanta tomorrow. And I mean, it's still super close. Anthony with a masterful drive at the end of this one, getting some points back. What a great weekend of racing. We've set up a phenomenal last 2 races for the championship.
It is quite literally going to come down to the last corner on the last lap at Homestead. If both of these drivers have a good Atlanta and make it to Homestead, it is going to be a good one as we race it to the beach of Homestead, Miami. But Corey Wilson leading them down the back stretch.
Yeah, this has essentially become a parade lap now as we just finished the pacing lap to come to the checkered flag. The order you see them now is going to be the order they finish in. There's no reports of penalties, any other controversies such as that.
And like we saw, Corey Wilson went last to first here in Montreal into the last chicane. The Wall of Champions. The wall that gets so many drivers in F1 out, and Carter's hitting DJ. But here comes Corey Wilson off of the final corner, off of the Wall of Champions. The number 24. The bubble gum is going to come across the line. They're going to go 3 wide across the line. There's your top 3. It's going to be Corey Wilson leading and winning at Montreal here in Canada.
What a great shot that is. As that is your winner of the 24 car. DJ gives his congrats. That was a great battle between those two. Shame for DJ, he couldn't fight it out to the end. I know he's finished second a few times. He wants to get a win here. He's got a couple more races, a couple chances to do it. He's definitely solidified himself as one of the best road course racers in here. Always competitive when we go to a road course. And always pretty fast on the ovals too. So DJ, you know, make some more races. He was in the championship fight here too for a while. Keep an eye on him.
Corey Wilson has just... Yeah, if Corey Wilson has just simply shown up to more races, he could be in the championship fight. As we can see, he's a very good driver. Probably the best in the league right now. So we are just waiting for Corey Wilson to come up and get an interview.
I would love to be able to talk to Corey Wilson here. I believe there he is. Corey Wilson, you have won the race here in Montreal. Bubble dominated the early part of this race. There was a little bit of controversy in the middle. You got the 2 of the back penalty. But in the end, you come away with the win. How do you feel?
Feeling pretty good. I didn't seem too confident coming into this race, obviously. We got our lap validity in qualifying. That was obviously a big setback, so we're back. Obviously got that TTB in the race, but another caution actually helped us. So Carter and Bubble were really fast this race, so, and DJ as well. I did not expect DJ to be that I was going to be defending until he was actually really fast. I do have to apologize because I was a little dirty in that race, but I guess you have to do sometimes what you gotta do, and just good racing with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I gotta ask you what it's like driving around this heated championship battle. Bubble and Anthony are trading blows, going at it, and you're trying to win a race while that is happening. What's that balance like?
Well, I'm trying to watch my contact between everybody, especially the 2 that I can't really, wreck. I'm just trying to keep Bubble within my reach, but not trying to mess up his championship. Obviously, everybody was trying to get Anthony to the front, but I don't know how his race turned out. I don't think it turned out pretty good. But, his gamble was, he had to take a gamble at the end of the race, and I'm pretty disappointed that he didn't.
As Bubble has brought himself up to the booth, do you have any words for us, Bubble, here? After a P4 finish, you dominated most of the race. How do you feel?
I'm actually really happy. I thought I was very clean this race, much better than I had been. And it was very respectful racing with me and Anthony. It was actually very fun. Right at the end, I threw him a dummy going into that left, right. Yeah, I think he was behind Nico, and he fell for it, and he sent the corner, trying to brake later, and hit the guy in front of him. I swooped around the outside, past both of them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch back the stream on that. We were on board with you for that whole sequence.
That was pretty cool.
Now, one question before you go. How, of course, 30 points between now you and Anthony going into Atlanta, and it's obviously probably one of your best tracks. You agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we, of course, go to Homestead. How do you think it's going to set up going into Homestead?
honestly, Homestead is not one of my good tracks. I think I messed up there in on a couple leagues, even Republic. I messed up there. So I don't know. Homestead is definitely gonna be like contending for trying not to get passed. I know Atlanta. I'm confident I can go and try and win, but Homestead is a different story. I think I'm gonna struggle a lot.
So basically, you are just going to have to be perfect, and Anthony is going to have to be horrible.
Yeah.
For you to possibly win the champion.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I wonder if we could get Anthony up here.
I don't
You don't talk.
think so, not just yet. I want to talk to Carter here, who's already up here with us. Might as well just go and talk to everybody. Carter, came away with P3 there, I believe so.
Yeah.
Quite the race. I mean, you led the race at times. You never actually led a lap, interestingly enough. But how do you feel after, honestly, being the most consistent driver near the front all race, coming away with P3?
Yeah, I feel like I probably could have won that race if it played out the way it could have on the last lap. But unfortunately, there was an incident. Mine felt extremely fast all race. I mean, I felt like I was one of the fastest cars in the field, like if not the fastest. I mean, I was closing up on people all the time, but I just like there was a couple incidents, but I mean, for the most part, I was trying to just be clean, especially with the championship battles between Bubble and Anthony.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. I mean, early part of this stint, Bubble led the first 19 laps. You were on his tail basically the whole time. I mean, how do you balance, racing him and, trying to stay clean when he's in a championship battle?
Definitely a little difficult. I mean, I feel like I definitely could have passed him a few times, but didn't want to interfere with the championship battles at all. Just trying to keep my nose clean and not ruin other people's season. So, I mean, it was a little difficult. I definitely felt like I was faster than him for a majority of the first stint, but overall pretty good.
Alrighty, good job to Carter. We're going to try to talk to our P2 finisher here.
What's
DJ?
up? What's up? What's up?
How you doing, DJ? P2 on the day, once again, showing you're one of the best road course racers we have around here. How does it feel to get a result like this with just a few races left in the season?
It doesn't feel good because there's 2 races left, and I've definitely been like one of the best drivers all season, but I've just yet to get a win because I feel like everything goes wrong. Like I feel like I could have beaten 24K to the line. His move on me with 2 to go was kind of dirty, but he gave time, so it was a pretty fair win. Caution came out unfortunately, but I'm just hoping that I could pull through at the mile and a half, which it's been mixed at this year. I mean, this is probably my best chance to win, so I don't know if I'll get another one, and I don't know if I can compete as much next season as I did this season, so I'm just trying to finish off P4 in this championship, and Spring didn't show up, so I guess we're 1 step is away there.
Yeah, you're looking pretty close to that. I mean, today is what, your 6th P2 finish on the season? I mean, you're super close. Do you think you've really got a chance from one of these last 2 races to get that win?
If it's going to be Anthony or Bubble at the front, I'm going to battle them for the win. I think they would do the same for me, so I'm going to try and win the next race. If it's a super speedway or if it's a mile and a half, I'm just trying to get a win before the season ends. If not, then I still have an F1 win under my belt, but it'll feel quite empty if I don't even get 1 NASCAR win, and I was like the most consistent driver all season.
There you go.
So, hold on, quick question. Going off your F1 experience, a true contender for the championship in that league, how did you convert your skill from F1 here into Canada?
Well, no, I just grew up playing like the F1 games on Xbox, so I've always been good at road courses, but I've never really joined like road course leagues because I don't really like driving around in road courses. But I guess I'm just pretty good at them. Like it's not super difficult, and even with little practice, I could adapt to a track within like 10-15 laps. But I just like ovals more, so that's usually why like I don't do a lot of like F1 leagues, but when I do, I tend to do pretty well.
Okay. I think we
Yeah.
could get one more person.
I want to talk to Dim here.
Oh yeah, hometown hero.
I think we owe Dim one. Dim Trios, driver of the number 18 car, hometown hero, fan favorite coming into the weekend. You have a P10 out of 10 entries. How do you feel?
Obviously it sucks to DNF. No one likes that. But before that, we were running pretty good. About 4th, 5th, hovering around there. Had a bit of a bad restart. Dropped back through the pack, and then obviously got damaged, and then got damaged again coming out of the chicane, whatever you like to call it, entering the hairpin. I kind of ate the curb, and it threw my car to the inside wall. So obviously a very weird place to hit, but disappointing knowing that we were pretty consistent and actually not terrible. But the DNF, it's whatever, because just hunting a win. That's pretty much what I'm in for. No more points.
I have a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll let Michael ask you a question here first. First, I want to ask you about that early in the race, 2 wheels on the fence, riding the fence. That was pretty impressive. How did that feel?
It was pretty good. I had a huge run on Kimmy and DJ, and DJ, I kind of forced him out to the wall. Not too aggressive though. Just took it 3, and then I guess he was turning back away from the wall like he would, and he cut across Kimmy's nose, and that sent me onto the fence. So luckily I didn't get any fence damage, if that was even possible here. But onto Michael's question, I guess.
Yep.
How do you feel about me not wrecking the field?
I feel pretty good. I don't know why we're whispering.
All right, you guys are gonna have to speak up a little bit if you want the stream to be able to hear you.
Okay. So how do you
I
feel
think-
about Bubble the Wonder Boy not driving to the field and wrecking
Bubble
everybody's
the Wonder
points?
Boy raced pretty clean this race. I'd say just one incident on Carter, but then he gave the spot back. So all around he raced pretty clean.
So how do you
I
do you feel about Bubble giving a very controversial
It wasn't
call on
controversial, shut up.
sending? You shut up.
Well, that is going to conclude our coverage for the 23rd round of Bubbles Cup Championship here in Montreal. As always, this coverage is brought to you by Builderbrain, the cutting-edge AI study tool. Head over to builderbrain.ai to ace your classes and win back your weekend. And then make sure to tune in tomorrow, the penultimate round of the championship at Atlanta. Be here with us at Plato's Apex Network on Bubble the Wonder Boys YouTube channel. It'll be the 24th round of the Bubbles Cup Championship. There's just 2 more races left, and you do not want to miss what happens next. 30-point gap, 2 drivers fighting for a championship with 2 tracks left to go. Until next time, I bid you all farewell and good night.